Hi everyone, this is James Langbridge from TinyROM and welcome to a new video series on Flowcode. So this is something that I've been using for a while now. I might be more comfortable in C, but I found myself working on projects where people needed to understand and modify what I write without having 10 years of experience in C or assembly. Flowcode is an interesting solution for matrix TSL based in England that allows you to program microcontrollers without knowing how to program. So no C, no assembly, no complicated text formatting, just visual blocks. And just to let you know, this series is not sponsored by Matrix. I am in contact with them, but I'm free to say whatever I want. So the very first question is, why? Out of all the programming environments available, why would you use Flowcode? Well, there are two reasons. The first reason is education, and Matrix are heavily involved in education. They have Flowcode and a large selection of boards to go with it, as well as a few other programs later on in the series. They let you play with different types of hardware, from motor control, Bluetooth, LCD screens, or even just a breadboard to add anything you want. Have a look at their website. I'll post a link below in the description. The second reason you might want to use Flowcode is for speed of development. You don't need any prior knowledge of programming to use Flowcode, so if you're a maker, you can have a program up and running in minutes. If you're thinking of creating your own professional project, there is a milestone you need to achieve, which is a proof of concept. You'll need to meet with investors and ask for money, and the only way you can do that is with a proof of concept, a working demonstrator. With Flowcode, you can do that easily, and it supports a very large array of microcontrollers, so you can concentrate on your hardware and not spend weeks getting to know a programming language. Matrix offers both personal and professional licenses for their software. Here's a little peek at a project I'm currently working on. It's written in C, which is the main language used in embedded systems. It's the language that I've been using for 20 years now. It's robust, it's stable, but it isn't a beginner's language. Even worse, I'm the only one writing this, so like with any author, your writing has its own style. And this is my own style of coding. If somebody else reads this after me, he might need a bit of time to adapt to my way of writing. With Flowcode, you won't have that problem. It is visual, and even without any programming experience, you should be able to read a program immediately. You don't need to know C, and you can still create complex programs. However, if you do need to do a little bit more than what Flowcode offers, you can still do a bit of C inside your program. Flowcode supports a huge number of microcontrollers from several families. It supports a wide range of chips from AVRs, ARMs, and PICs, including existing boards, but also the microcontrollers directly. Remember when I said I wasn't going to do any C? Well, I lied. We will be doing a little bit of C, but only to compare. I want to make something that blinks an LED, the hello world of embedded systems. I'll be using an Arduino for two reasons. One, because they're readily available, and if you're a maker, then you might just have one lying around. Reason number two, they have an onboard LED. So we don't need to use a breadboard or add any external components to see if everything is working. And this is what I'm using today, my favorite Arduino, the STEM Terra. It is a 100% Arduino compatible device, but inside a breadboard. Like any Arduino, it has an onboard use available LED. The first thing we need to know is to know which pin this is connected to. By looking at the schematics, we can see that the onboard LED is connected to pin 13. There is a constant called LED built-in for Arduinos, but I'm going to use digital 13. So here we are in the Arduino IDE. Now I don't like curly brackets there. Much better. First thing we need to do is to set the pin mode of pin number 13 as an output. Now in this part, and I really do not like curly brackets there. Now what do we need to do? We need to make a digital write of pin 13 and set it high. So we're going to turn the LED on. Now we're going to wait 1 second. If I can type correctly, before turning the LED off. And again, waiting 1 second. So we specify that we want to use pin 13 as a digital output. We turn the LED on, we wait, we turn the LED off, we wait. That looks good. Tools, we are using the Arduino Uno. We are indeed on COM4, that should be good. Time to upload. And now that we have written our program, our LED blinks happily. That was easy enough, or was it? For anyone using Arduino, this is the absolute basic. Chances are, this is the first program that you've ever written. However, not everyone is comfortable writing C, and I've seen some students become frightened by this. If Blink is difficult for them, then how are they supposed to make complex programs? The same goes for somebody trying to create their own business with a new idea. Time is of the essence, and to get the new idea out there, you don't want to spend weeks learning a new programming language. Alright, let's wipe the program. I'm going to flash a new program without the LED blinking just to show you that Flowcode works. An empty setup, and an empty loop, and we'll program the board with this. No flashing LED. Time to do the same thing with Flowcode. The first thing we need to know is where the LED is. We aren't using the Arduino pin numbers anymore, we're using the microcontroller's pin number, which is PC5. And now it's time to do the same thing with Flowcode. I will of course explain all of this later on, let's just make a quick program first. So I would like to make a loop. Inside the loop I want an output, and we said that this is port B, and I want port B5 to be on. Now I can copy and paste that and say that I want it off 0. I want a delay in between the two, and let's say that this is 500 milliseconds so that you can see there's a difference between the two, and again another delay, and we'll make this 300 because why not. I'm going to save that program and I'm going to flash it. And there you have it. We've just made an LED blink without writing a single line of code, barely even touching the keyboard, only by using visual blocks. This is something I really enjoy using, but it does change the way I work on projects. At least this time, I know that clients can read what I've done and make changes as needed. So, what do you think about Flowcode? Is this something you could see yourself using to create your projects? In the next episode, I'll show you how to install Flowcode, and then we'll talk about the different parts of it, and I'll also show you why what I've just done is in fact the wrong way of developing. Until then, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.